coach that is drawing a lot of attention, and that's going to do wonders in the recruiting game. And they were picked to finish 8th in the Atlantic Sun this year, but that might not be the case for long, Damian.
I don't think so. I mean, when you look at Coach Al Skinner, he's gotten it done everywhere that he's been. He said when he got to the program that he said, if you guys are serious, if you will give me the facilities that I need, if you all will buy into the program, then I will come. And he said they're behind him 100%, and he's excited, elated to be back in the coaching.
Yeah, he ran a great set after that timeout. They got a good look, but Kendrick Ray continues to struggle. Al Skinner, former 6-year pro in the NBA and ABA. That shot no good by Brian Bridgewater, who's checked into the ball game. Brown, tough shot, fading away. And back up and down we go. Gray on the move. Nice reverse layup by Masterton. And the lead is up to 12.
There's a lot of good teams this year. I don't know if you'll find a team with more offensive weapons. When you look at a guy like Josh Gray, he's another guy that's led JUCO with 35 points a game. They have so many guys who can manufacture points in a hurry.
Gray has really found a home here at LSU, a Texas Tech transfer. Played a year at JUCO, led the nation in scoring in junior college. Brown draws the foul on Gray. Hey, back to the Atlantic Sun and Kennesaw State. What about University of North Florida out of the Atlantic Sun Conference?
Wow.
Picked by many coaches to win that league this year. Matt Driscoll doing a fantastic job of leading them to the upset win at Illinois.
Impressive. And we see Simmons coming back in the game. You know, what was interesting about that game is that North Florida was actually up at one point like 73 to 40 something against Illinois. So they dominated that game from start to finish.
That league has certainly got some very talented players. And, you know, Tony Jasic down at Jacksonville University, ready to do some good things with his squad this year. Masterton with the rebound. And that's going to be a foul against the Owls. Kennesaw has missed its last 6 field goal attempts now. Damian, what do they have to do to get some sense of offensive rhythm going? Is the press bothering them that much? What is it?
It's a challenge because we talked about this a little bit before the game, but I think that LSU can be an outstanding defensive team. They're so long. The shortest guy on the floor when Gray is not in there is 6'4", 6'5", long arms. So if you're Kennesaw State, you have to get early offense. You have to get in the break and try to catch LSU at angles or sleep at the wheel a little bit.
Brandon Sampson knocks down the first free throw. Sampson had 18 points and 3 rebounds in their win on Friday night against McNeese State. Another one of those talented freshmen from one of the local schools here in Baton Rouge. And the lead is up to 14. Tigers on a 15-2 run in the last 5+ minutes. Yonel Brown out top, little ball screen. Brown. Good help that time by Robinson and recovered. And they forced the turnover by Kennesaw State. LSU looks like they can switch a lot of stuff too, things defensively, right?
They can switch 1 through 4. That's what you have when you have a guy like Ben Simmons at that power forward or point forward position. With the long arms, they can play different types of defenses. They can switch, and I think if they can rebound, they can actually surprise some people to the upside as far as the best defensive team.
Wow. Of course, the SEC is a very deep conference this year. When you look at, you know, Kentucky is Kentucky once again, and you know, last year they had 5 teams, I believe, in the NCAA tournament.
5 teams last year, and I think have a good opportunity to have 6 teams this year or more.
7 on the shot clock. Sampson, they got to get into something here. Sampson takes out his do-it-yourself kit, couldn't get it to fall. Simmons with quick hands comes up with the pinch. Woo! We got some bunnies. 10 points for Ben Simmons.
Bunnies, hops, elevation, a little bit of everything. You know, at SEC Media Day, he was asked, who would he pick on his team if he had his first pick as a teammate? He picked Keith Hornsby, who's out right now with an injury. But he was asked also who's the best defensive player on the team, and he actually chose himself, and I believe that.
Yeah, that's not being immodest. That's just being truthful and accurate. Knocked out of bounds. Simmons with that all-around game. Maximum effort at both ends.
That's very good. You know, you look at him compared to some of the other freshmen, and I've heard other analysts say this, and I agree. I don't think that they have the build that he has, but I don't know if they have the IQ that he has. He is truly a coach on the floor.
Yeah. Air ball and a shot clock violation by Kennesaw State. Al Skinner's team down by 16 with a little over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Which made the transition a little bit easier for Simmons, that his dad and mom, David and Julie, have moved to Baton Rouge to make things a little bit smoother. Sampson missing the jump shot. Quarterman runs down the rebound a little bit late and comes over to say hello at our announce position. It'll be Owl basketball. If you don't already know, Simmons' father, David, played professionally in Australia. And there's a look at mom and dad, David and Julie.
Dad was locked in, wasn't he?
He sure, that's game face, 100%. He looked a little more concerned than what the scoreboard would indicate. Wow, what a block by Sampson. Patterson with the steal. And Simmons pulls it out. They're going to run a set here. Great hustle by the Tigers, and the fans let them know. Sampson on the drive. Almost had himself a three-point play.
Mark, this crowd is really into it. New Orleans right down the road, they have parties, but here in Louisiana, LSU having a block party.